The Tao of Self-Confidence, Episode 778. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits. Well, hello, friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap-Chan, and today I have an amazing lady on the show today. She is a co-host of a top-rated podcast called Glow Radio and is also a digital content creator on YouTube and Instagram. And I'm really excited to have her on and share her story with us today on self-confidence. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Jacquelyn Sun. Jacquelyn, how are you today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to the listeners.
Yeah, I'm well. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to do this. It's kind of interesting because I'm usually the one interviewing people on our podcast, so it's kind of fun to be on the other side. Yeah, so my background is in marketing and fitness, actually. So I graduated with a marketing degree and I worked in marketing for numerous years and also worked as a personal trainer for about 5 years. But throughout that time, I was just not happy. I feel like entrepreneurship was really just in my blood and I always wanted to do something that was just my own. I didn't feel right just like working for someone else for the rest of my life. And I had so many business ideas, like a lot of them didn't work out. But recently I started the podcast that I have with my best friend. I think it's just been over a year and it's been going really well. And I feel like we're just like constantly learning on the way, developing, growing. So I'm really happy about that. And yeah, who knows? I might be on to another project in the future because I do see myself as being a serial entrepreneur. Yeah, that's a little bit about me, I guess.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And Jacquelyn, what's your cultural background?
So I'm Chinese, but kind of like an interesting type of Chinese. My mom's family grew up in Vietnam, but they speak Cantonese. And my dad was born in Hong Kong, but his family grew up in the Philippines, and their type of Chinese is called Fukienese or Fujian, if you guys know what that is.
Thanks for sharing that. And what would be your favorite self-confidence quote?
So my confidence quote is kind of a fun one. It's more like a women empowerment quote by Cher, the singer. And it goes, "Mother told me a couple years ago, sweetheart, settle down and marry a rich man. I said, Mom, I am a rich man."
Thanks for sharing that great quote. And in your own words, how do you define self-confidence?
I feel like self-confidence is when you're just comfortable in your own skin, you know your worth, and you're not willing to settle. And it's not thinking that you're better than anyone else, but just knowing that you have something unique to offer the world. And I think it's also understanding that everyone has doubts at times, but reminding yourself to not wallow in the doubts and just reminding yourself of your path and your goals.
Thanks for sharing that great definition. I totally agree. I think all of us have something unique to offer to the world. And I know sometimes it's just, how we grew up, we just feel like we're never good enough. But if we keep on reminding ourselves that we do have something to offer, we can go out there and take the action that we need to get to whatever it is that we want to do in life. So thanks for sharing that great definition. And what was your life like before you discovered self-confidence?
I feel like before, when I wasn't as confident, I was just less secure in myself, often looking to other like outside sources or people to validate me and just like feeling I was never good enough. I always felt like I needed to have more experience or spend more time doing something before I could like actually do what I wanted to do.
Thanks for sharing that. And I think that's something we all can relate to, right? We just feel like because if we don't have experience on a certain thing, we're not good enough, or, it would be a reason not to pursue it. But, everyone starts somewhere, right? And, we have it in us to go out there and learn how to do it, and regardless how long it takes, regardless, if, we have bad days or good days, and it's going to be challenging because it's something new that we start. But, we have the ability to make it happen. And what was that point in your life when you realized you can go out there and, be who you are today, have that confidence? What was that aha moment?
I don't feel like I had one specific aha moment. I feel like it was like numerous moments and just like a gradual process. I feel like I started becoming more confident when I started surrounding myself with the type of people that I wanted to be and surrounding myself with empowering people, encouraging people, and they really helped me grow. And also, some people might think that social media might have negative effects. But for me personally, I found that it was actually quite positive for my own journey because through social media, I was able to find like other people who were going through similar struggles as me. And I was just so inspired by their testimonials and like seeing how they overcame their struggles just gave me a lot of hope. And it helped me gain confidence that I was also able to reach my own goals and become more secure in myself.
Thanks for sharing that. And it does make a difference when, when we feel like we're not at this alone, because sometimes we do feel like we're the only ones going through our own struggles, challenges, roadblocks, setbacks. But, a lot of people actually go through that and, realize that there is, like a light at the end of the tunnel. And when we realize it's possible for one person, it's possible for us too. And because of that realization, what's your life been like now?
It's been crazy. It's like full of ups and downs, but I feel like now I know that if things don't work out, like if there's something that I've been working on and like really wanting it to happen, if it doesn't work out, it just means that there's something better out there for me. Because I just remind myself that I'm truly on this unique path and the universe is on my side. So when we go through challenges, it just makes us stronger. And I remember that, one bad day doesn't mean you have a bad life. So I'm also very grateful for the friendships that I've developed because whenever I'm feeling down, I feel like I can just go to my friends and count on them to empower me and just like remind me of my path.
Thanks for sharing that. To the woman who's listening to your episode, she may be in her own journey to self-confidence. What would be that one tip you'd give to her?
To surround yourself with empowering people who will lift you up. And also, I strongly believe in the law of attraction. So I feel like you should put out the vibes that you want to attract, and eventually your life will become what you want it to be.
Thanks for sharing that great tip. And if our listeners wanted to get to know a little bit more about you and what you do and check out some of your work or check out your podcast, is there any links or social media profiles we can connect with?
Yeah, for sure. So you can find me on YouTube and Instagram under my name, Jacquelyn Sun. And you can find my podcast on iTunes, Spotify. It's called Glow Radio, or you can check out our website at woglow.com.
Thanks for sharing that. And to our listeners, if you want to connect with Jacquelyn, you can also head on over to thetaoofselfconfidence.com and search for Jacquelyn's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else that we talked about. And I really just want to thank Jacquelyn today for taking the time to share her story and tips with us on self-confidence. So thank you so much, Jacquelyn.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Not a problem. It's really great having you on the show. And to our listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of The Tao of Self-Confidence. Get your free audiobook by visiting our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits.